Okay, so I'm back into this part. Hopefully I edited this without pretty seamlessly and you guys saw it. So I did a darker gray color for the background, which I actually like a lot better, but now my text is not showing up. So this is why you do a prototype. So you have all of this coloring figured out so you don't run into these problems when you're doing the CSS. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my cadet blue to dark green could work. I like that. That works. Maybe I'll change this border color to dark green also. There we go. That's actually looking pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to use I have an unordered list, so I'm going to use a UL curly brace, and then I'm going to use a color for that. And I will use a different green. Dim gray, dark green, green. I want it just slightly different. Forest green, forest, that makes sense. No, that's too hard to read. Let's try this ghost white. Ah, that's actually not too bad. Okay, ghost white, terminate it. When I say terminate it, it just means put the semicolon there. It's telling the computer to stop reading that line of code and go to the next one. And so I'm going to use a p tag here. And then I will do I'll do the same for this one, ghost white. Terminate it, refresh and save. There we go. I like that. That looks good. Something's a little off about it, but I'll figure it out. Okay. I think what I'm going to try to do is make this an LI and see if it will just change. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to copy this and paste it and change this to UL. Oops. So if you want your title of your list to be a different color than your actual list elements, then you use the UL for the title or the name of your list, and then LI will change just the list color. So instead of ghost white, I'm going to use the, let's go with the black for now. Then I can underline this as well. Text underline. Oh, so I might need to do text. Maybe it's text. I think it's text style. That didn't do what I wanted to do. All right, I'll worry about that later. Okay. For the sake of time, you're kind of seeing that now my web page is taking shape and form, and it's starting to look more personalized. I don't like this black color here, so I'm going to do the dark green also. Dark green. And then I also want, I think this font here needs to be bigger. So if my H1 is 30, I'm gonna actually make this bigger. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna go 48, and then I'm gonna do my UL is going to be, let's go 30. And then my LI, I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. And go with, let's go with 25. And then my paragraph will do 24, 22, and then check it. I think that looks pretty good. Now it changes though when you widen your screen. So if you give your screen more space, then everything kind of fills in across the page. Mr. J's Climbing Adventures, places I love to climb, Joshua Tree, Kilimanjaro, Yosemite, Tahquitz. I've been climbing since I was, okay, so all that's good. And then I have my picture here of me climbing. I feel like I need a line under this. I think that was HR. So if I go back to my HTML, I can't really read it because I scooted it over so much. And I go underneath my H1. It was HR. Yeah, there we go. Now I can put in my style, if I want to change the color of my HR, I like to kind of keep everything the order it comes. So since I did the HR after H1, I'm going to do HR here. And then I can do color. And for now, let's just go with dark green. Let's see if that works. Refresh and save. Nope, my HR is not changing. So I have to look into that. For now though, I'll just keep it like that. Okay, so you get the idea. You're starting to make the page look the way that you're gonna want it to look when it goes online or when someone comes to look at it. I kind of want to have this spot here also have an underline, but only underline the text. So I'll eventually put that in. Okay, so I am ready to now go to level 5. So this is just one page that I've done. You're going to eventually add in an HTML file for each page that you're going to have linked into your website. And that comes in, I believe, the next few lessons. So your goal for this lesson, lesson 13, is just to have one HTML page created, one CSS created, and then the pictures you need for that one page. So what I would want to do is in between each of these, I would add a picture of Joshua Tree, to add a picture of Yosemite, add a picture of Tahquitz, add a picture of Mount Kilimanjaro, probably float them right, and then maybe give a little description of each part. And if you're not ready to do that, but you know you want to, then what you can do is add the tag in and then just put a note to yourself like description here. So I might say, since I don't have a picture of Joshua Tree, which I should have already had, I can type in LI, and then I can type in, I think, an image. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. So since I want it to be of Joshua Tree and I want it to be to the right, I'll paste this in here, but I'm gonna change it to the name that I would choose for it. I'll probably name it Joshua Tree, Joshua_tree.jpg, and then my image description is going to just be climbing in Joshua Tree. Now, what I'm getting right now and then I would put a BR tag here to break it. Okay. So now what I'm getting here is the little picture icon because I don't have the file called Joshua Tree. Okay, so it's just going to show my alternative text. So I wanted to show you that. So it's making a little note for myself that I should have a picture here, and it should be called joshuatree.jpg. So I need to upload one or change my picture for that. And then I would just add this in for each of my lists. That's something you can do. You don't have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and move on to level 5, which I think I can do in this video. Level 5 should be just looking over your code and making sure that you have checked it, right? You're almost ready to publish your project, but you should check one more time that you have fulfilled all the requirements for this project. Check that you are comfortable sharing the information that's on your site, so don't put any personal information. Check that all of your images are correctly attributed and that you have the right to put them on your site. Check that your project includes everything included in the project rubric. Okay, look under helps and tips. That should give you the project rubric. Oh, maybe it's not there. I think it's going to be toward the end. Publishing your website, maybe. Okay, so I did notice that I did not do attribution for these pictures. So I would need to go back and attribute them, right? So every picture that I have, every image I have, underneath it, I'm just going to do a p tag. And I'm going to just write a attribution. And then I will do, I'm reminding myself to put an attribution for this picture. So I have this attribution here. All right, so I'll do that later. I just wanted to point that out, that I did not put attribution in. I need to do that for all the pictures that I'm going to use. Okay. And so I'm going to click, when you get to level 5, stop there. Don't go further than that, because we're going to do a whole part on how do you share this site, your website, to let people see it and give you feedback on it. And then I believe the next lesson, we're going to start adding more pages to it. Okay, so I'm going to click finish here, and then I will stop.